Here we are on April the 29th. It's a little bit after 5 p.m. Who are we? We are Lunace Labs. I am Eric Emerson. I am a co-founder. We have Austin Alex. He's another co-founder of Lunace Labs. And we have Carter Murphy, who is also a co-founder of Lunace Labs. What is Lunace Labs? Lunace Labs is a collective of programmers with some marketing chops, etc., where we are doing things like creating great products that can help to solve major problems within the market. And we're also super versed in rolling out AI agents and such in businesses. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And perhaps if you're interested, we could help you with that sometime in the future. But guys, before I get going, we're going to start today with a little bit of a presentation that kind of just sets the stage for what our flagship product, which is called WordWolf, can be found at WordWolf.Ai, what it is and why it exists. But anything else, guys, before I get going? I just don't want to word vomit here for everyone on the live. Any thoughts or anything else?
Nope, I think you can get right into it.
We're good.
We're good. Okay, guys, sounds good. So I'm going to share my screen for those that would be tuning into this evening. There we go. Can everybody see my screen?
Sure, yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. So Lunace Labs, our collective, we've created this product. It's called WordWolf. And once again, it can be found at WordWolf.Ai. So first thing I want to start off with is a company website. So any one company website that's out there, you know it has a certain digital footprint. It typically consists of 4 or 5 pages. Let's just say it's a home page, an about us, a services page, specialty page, contact us. So you have company A and company B here. And their digital footprints, they're pretty much stagnant. They haven't been updating any new pages. They haven't been putting out any blog posts. They just kind of exist. And, you know, they probably had a web developer come along sometime 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago. And they're like, we're done. We have a storefront online. We're good to go. The truth of that is you are not good to go anymore. Content is super important for what we call the large language models, LLM. For those that are like, what the heck is that? Just think ChatGPT, okay? ChatGPT, of course, Claude is getting a ton of steam in the vocabulary of business owners and people, you know, that are starting to leverage AI. But here's the deal. Traditional search engines, you know, like Google, Bing, etc., they love fresh content. And not only that, if your website is not putting out fresh content, you're kind of losing a ton of visibility. You're not relevant. And, you know, just a fact in general is, I know Google, they have what's called web crawlers, right? Every 6 to 7 days, they come by your website and they want to find out if anything's changed or anything's different. And if there is nothing that has changed or that's different, your relevancy starts to drop. If you have a competitor that's in your market and they're actually updating content regularly, they're writing blog posts, they're putting out new pages, their relevancy is starting to ascend. So it's really, really important to be putting out content for traditional search engines, but also in the age of AI, you have things like ChatGPT that are looking for credible sources to answer questions that are happening within ChatGPT. So it's a huge opportunity for you as a business owner or someone who has a website to get into the game and architect content that can be actually scanned and sourced in things like ChatGPT. So once again, back to what we're seeing on the screen. Company A, you have 5 pages. Company B, you have 5 pages. Let's say Company B starts to work with a product like we've developed, which is called WordWolf. They start blogging. They start doing a blog a week. Their digital footprint has now went from 5 pages to 9 pages overnight. Well, not overnight, but over the course of 30 days, a month. Company A has done absolutely nothing. Another month elapsed. Now all of a sudden there's 4 more pages out there. So now they're up to what? You got 8 plus 5. So they're up to what? 13, etc. Right? So their footprint is now expanded, and they're being super considerate of the ways in which people are finding content both in ChatGPT and Google, and they're writing content that actually serves those queries, serves those questions. Now another month has gone by. Now they're up to another additional 4. They have, 17 pages now on their actual digital footprint. Company A is still sitting there stagnant. Who do you think is going to win in this race in regards to actual credible, scannable content for both large language models like ChatGPT and Google? Is it Company A or Company B? We know it's Company B. We all know the truth to that. What I'm talking about as well is a little bit of this old school search engine optimization, but with an answer engine optimization new context or new understanding, right? There are prompt analysis tools right now in existence through things like SEMrush and other tools that you can look up domains and figure out what is their digital footprint, what types of content are they going after, what keywords. And then you can also figure out what are the prompts that are inside of ChatGPT and Google Gemini and stuff like that. You can actually architect content that answers those particular questions that are happening both in ChatGPT as well as websites. You can be topical. It's springtime, right? Like this is through the lens of a coffee shop. Blooming Brews is a made-up, company,
Eric,
right?
Sorry, I have to stop you.
Yeah.
Sorry, the topic entity is we're making a content engine that is running your blog post and your website for you, and this is not recorded. Sorry, Eric, keep going.
Yeah, no worries. Now we got to answer my question.
Yeah, we have to acknowledge this live. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I actually thought he could see my chats because I've been messaging back in chat. So I don't know if that just doesn't populate through the software we're using or what. But I was trying to answer back through there.
Yeah, we do apologize to entity-x3. But yes, the topic is content generation. There's a product called WordWolf. You can be found at WordWolf.Ai. And the ability to start to expand your digital footprint at lightning speed is really what we're showing you today. And this is all about creating content that actually is searchable by both large language models as well as traditional search. All right, so.
All good entity.
Yes. So what WordWolf does, and I guess I should slow down a little bit here, but WordWolf it creates a robust content package from a single generation. You get a pillar piece of content, you get 2 social posts that promote the blog post, you get a newsletter that promotes the blog post, you get a video script if you want to hop on and do a 9:16 vertical video and speak to the things that the blog post is talking about and then point to it. It gives you the SEO data. We even added a new FAQ generation that actually, if you want to put FAQs out on your particular blog post, which is super important in AEO, other words, answer engine optimization, it gives you the ability to actually have that as well in your data. So you get, to the social posts. Let's just say you put out a blog, you get 2 social posts that promote it. That's week 1. Week 2, same thing, 2 social posts. You could drop a newsletter if you want to. Throughout a course of a month, you're putting out actually like 12 pieces of content. 4 pillar blog posts that are that can be sourced by ChatGPT as well as traditional search engines like Google. You're getting social promotion to each blog post. And if you want to throw in a newsletter, you could do a newsletter per blog post. You could do every single week, you could be putting out a newsletter that speaks to the robust blog post that's been generated, plus do the social post. So now you're adding on an additional 4. You're up to like 16 pieces of content in a given month right from this generation platform. And if you want to make it a little more concise and just do a roll up, you could actually just promote all 4 blog posts in one robust newsletter at the end of the month. That's another way you could do this. So just giving you some ideas around that. Once again, the newsletter can promote the blogs. The social media can promote the blogs.
Just to answer your question again, Entity, we're not really hiring at this time.
Yeah. But we're, just like Dumb and Dumber, we're not saying there's not a chance. So, where does AI's knowledge come from, really quick? Someone asked a question. Best local accountant near me. AI searches the web, does the searches instantly. It reads the top results, blogs, articles, business pages. It picks who to recommend. If your footprint if you're not putting out content to start to try to be that actual answer to those queries within large language models and traditional Google search and stuff like that, you're not relevant. So without content online, AI has no idea that your business exists, especially if it's stagnant and you haven't done anything for years. With regular content online, AI learns who you are and what you offer. Without it, you don't show up when customers ask questions. With it, you appear more often when customers ask relevant questions. Competitors with blogs get recommended instead of you if you don't have content online. If you do start putting out content online, your expertise gets surfaced ahead of your competitors because now your footprint is just exponentially growing every single month. Without content online, you're invisible to the fastest growing search channel, which is now what? ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, all the large language models. With regular content, every new article becomes more chances to be recommended, more chances to be authority in your space. That's why WordWolf exists. So I'm going to stop the presentation there. And I just want to say something really quick before we get too much further into this, is that you might be asking or thinking, why not use ChatGPT? Listen. ChatGPT is cumbersome. You have to have your prompts down and you have to get it out of there. It becomes this long ongoing thread. You have to go and search for it every time you want to find it again. Guess what? An hour later you ask for a recipe. An hour later you ask it how to fix this. Next thing you know, your chats are like going way down. You got to go and find that chat thread again. It's cumbersome. It does not create an efficiency for you. WordWolf creates an efficiency. It gives you the ability to generate content fast. So I'm going to go ahead and let one of my other co-founders take over here. I think we want to get into the product and show what it is and how it maybe functions. So do I have a volunteer from either Carter or Austin who wants to take the reins on that? And once again, Entity 3, thanks for chatting with us. We really appreciate the engagement, truly. So, guys, take it away.
All right, let me get WordWolf, the screen share pulled up. Actually, I should probably log in first. Not sure our super secret admin login. Yeah, there we go. All right, so it's time to get down into the generation and show you guys what this thing actually does. So for today, right now, we're just going to keep the generation basic. So we have the technology industry, and let's see what topic it suggests for us. It's going to read the rest of our parameters and just throw something out that's to our liking and that's from our past generations. So new industry trends, customer pain points, growth strategies. Here we go. Vertical SaaS targeting niche market segments. Us. So let's try and keep this at a casual tone. Let's go with a beginner reading level because we want this to be a basic blog that anybody can read. And now we can go in here, we can suggest some keywords to fill this for us because what if we don't want to do any of the work? What if we want to let WordWolf do all of the work for us? Vertical SaaS, niche market SaaS solutions, vertical versus horizontal SaaS. Let's just add those. And so now you can go to the social media platforms you want to pick. Normally, I like to pick X and Facebook since those are the most customer-facing places. But let's say you want to attract more businesses. Click LinkedIn. And so now all we have to do is generate titles and let the wolf hunt. It gives us 5 titles, and if we want to, and we want to generate one of these later, but one now, you could go in and save one of these titles to come back to it and then generate it. But let's pick this one. What makes vertical SaaS more profitable? And you have to understand, after you generate this, it's giving you 5 whole pieces of content. You get your blog post, and then you get a newsletter, which you can email out to all of your people through MailChimp and Kit integration. You get your post for Facebook, you get your post for Twitter, and then you get a FAQ in which you can add on to your website. And it's actually due to the blog post. Like, all of the question, or some of the questions that you could think coming out of this blog post are then answered in the FAQ. We also have another SEO tab that shows you all of your set keywords, your SEO title. Eric, what's the title called in the HTML code that's just for Google to search? The meta description. And it gets all of those ready. And whenever you click the Publish to WordPress button or the Publish to Top Development button, it puts those in your blog post for you. Now, as you can see, it's already ready. So let's see what we have here. Why your SaaS business might be leaving money on the table. Okay. So it's explaining vertical versus niche market SaaSes. It's explaining vertical versus horizontal down here. It's explaining why you should go to a vertical SaaS. And now, here's one of the cool things about our feedback button. You can rate your experience here, but in this additional feedback tab, if you don't like what is being generated, you could type it in here. WordWolf will remember what you don't like. So you can just make the next generation. Let's say you don't like M dashes. You can type in no M dashes in here, and it won't give you M dashes anymore. If you don't like it, you just go into settings, go into the feedback tab, and remove that from your feedback, and it'll include like M dashes back. So whatever you don't like, you just put in feedback and your generation will change to that. But you can see here we have our blog post, our video script, our Facebook post. It even included the right hashtags. We have our X post with the correct hashtags as well, newsletter, FAQ. We have our SEO, which you can use if it's not, it's already imported into your WordPress for you, so you don't have to do the rest of this. We have our settings tab. Let's say you want to go back and do a new generation. You can look back at these exact settings and make a blog post that's sort of like this, but that's about the same topic. You can start changing these minutely.
Oh man, we might have just lost him.
Our little published WordPress button, you press this here and it's already saved as a draft in your WordPress. So then you can then press the publish button on your WordPress and you're done. There's no need to copy and paste all of this, download it, get a file, move it over to WordPress, when you can just click a button and it's already in your WordPress for you. And I don't know if I have it set up on this account. No, I don't. But there's a MailChimp and a Kit integration button that you could use to send these newsletters out to your whole mailing list with just one button. I think that's my demo of the product, guys.
Cool. Well, I can hop in for the next one. Okay, make sure I'm signed in. I am. Screen. Okay, there it goes. It was just being a little funky on my side. All right. Well, guys, I like to kind of like highlight a new feature that we've kind of added. Carter kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier. So obviously the purpose today is to create content and show you guys, how this content creation works. I would like to actually start reaching out to different marketing companies out there or like blog writing services. If you do anything like that, I would like to kind of speak directly to you. We have just recently added a new feature called our client feature. This is typically for our alpha customers only currently, but you can go in here and add in different clients, and then I'll kind of show you from there like how it'll work. So we'll go with just creating a whole new client, um, named whole new client, just for the sake of the demonstration, right? So that you guys can kind of see how this works. So we can add services, different company information. So let's just go with a AI agent company. We'll leave it at that. Keep it simple. We want to add AI rollout services and helping companies plan for AI agents within their company. Okay. And we're not going to do any of these other integrations as well, but this will at least give us a little bit of something to kind of show off in the demo today. So then what you would do to do something for your whole new client is you would just go to this drop down, click on your whole new client. It goes right into, it pulls the agents, the industry information already directly in. We can then suggest a topic based on our industry. And since we have AI agents, we're going to get a couple of options toward that. Let's go with, I don't know, let's go scaling AI agents across multiple business units. That seems pretty robust. We'll suggest an audience, enterprise, business unit heads. Keep it simple there, professional, intermediate, and we'll focus on business. And we'll add a couple of keywords as well. For business units, roadmap, and then we'll generate our titles. And what I'm kind of really wanting to show off here today is the generation toward, like, what you can look at WordWolf as just this simple tool for doing this for your business, but I really wanted to start opening the door to show off that this can be done for any business, for that you can actually offer services and make money off of what WordWolf does if you get enough clients to pay for that service, right? So I definitely wanted to start showcasing what that looks like. One with the different clients, and then also with the how easy it is to create content and how simple this workflow is using the suggest topic, the suggest audience, and suggest keyword functionality that we have built into this as well. Now, if you are joining us for the first time, you're probably just seeing all this functionality for the first time, but as people, like some people have been filtering in and out here and there. So if you've been in here and seen kind of the growth of the product, you'll know that we're iterating on this every single week. So super exciting stuff. We always come up with something new. In fact, the client feature is actually something that's pretty new. So hop on in, give it a try. 2 free generations. You don't even got to put your credit card in. So hop on in, guys. All right. So we get a nice blog post that we can post to start creating additional pages for, as Eric was iterating on earlier, about how you can increase your online presence with these blog posts. It's nice and meaty, and as we're kind of like scrolling through here, you can kind of see how like the titles really meld together and really create a really nice flow to this blog post product. Then you can market it this, right into with the Facebook and LinkedIn or whatever other social media platforms you have selected. A newsletter that you can use to send through MailChimp. The MailChimp integration is super simple. You just click and link up your audience and your account and your API key, and then boom, you can send that out quickly that way as well. But now that what's really cool after that, once you have all of these, because I have used this product a ton for my own business as well. What's really cool now with the client feature as well, getting back on track here, is that you then can actually filter out all the completed campaigns for each individual client to make that as simple as possible for you. So that's really cool. Now to get back to kind of the content at large, we do also have frequently asked questions as well. So you can base this completely around an SEO business as well, a company that really helps with that kind of thing. So reaching out to business owners that kind of like do these services already, let's like partner up. we can even give you a more in-depth demo if that's what you're looking for, and kind of discuss how this kind of could work. But would love to hear from you guys and really kind of show off the product a little bit more for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Austin.
All right, I think that's my demo.
Yeah, good. So I want to chime in as well, because who you were just speaking to, that is me. I happen to be blessed enough to be a part of this circle and help to be a part of creating this product called WordWolf.Ai. But my bread and butter and what I've been working for over the last decade has been my company, In Your Hand Media. So I am a marketing company. We've helped clients both nationally, internationally for some time, doing things like Google Ads, Meta Ads, doing SEO, doing web design and development. But I've got my mind and my eyes on where we're at currently with artificial intelligence, and the fact that we should be able to do content at scale. We should be able to help not only our agencies and our businesses, but we should be able to help clients to actually create content at scale and do it more affordably than ever. Just to give, if you're on this call and you happen to be a marketing company, or you want to leverage something like WordWolf to get in the game and help other people with their content generation and creation, like, this is a product where you can make some serious money. We have a book of business, and we are going to everyone within our book of business right now, because I realized one thing. I am not only like the hair club for men. I created the product, but I also use it. It's like I literally realized that even though I had access to such an awesome tool, I'm a very saturated business owner, and I can't get things out as quick as I want to. And then it dawned on me that if we were to do this for companies and take that pain off of their hands and to generate outputs for them, beautiful blogs with readability scores that are always green, that that speak to what the brand does and the services, if we were to do that for them, help them to generate the content, help to get it into their websites, whether WordPress, Wix, Shopify, whatever, and then help them to put their social posts out as well that promote the blog, and do that at a cost that traditionally would be way up here, and be able to do it as something that's way more affordable and attainable, we can make a little bit of money. They get into the game and start actually putting content out like a beast, and we build trust with them that we got their backs and we understand who they are. But now we have something we can leverage here to create true value for the market. So if you're a marketing company, that's on this call, or if you're just an individual who's going like, what the heck is this thing and why do I care? Well, why not get a subscription to WordWolf? You know about the gig economy, right? I'm sure we got Upwork people on here. We got Fiverr people. Like, get an account with WordWolf and go and start to help companies that are in need of content creation. Pay the subscription that we have, from the agency level, whatever. Create your sub accounts and go for it. Go and charge a few $100s, which is a fraction of the cost for a copywriter, web developer, all these things. Find people with WordPress sites. We have this WordPress integration. Find people that use top development sites, whatever, right? Literally say, look, we can do this for you at an affordable cost. We can go from you doing nothing to now doing 4 blogs a month, promoting them with social media pieces of content twice a week, dropping a newsletter in. Hey, you want an FAQ for large language model consumption? We can do that too, because every single generation now has that there. Like, you can move like a beast. You can literally meet with them, understand what their target audience is, understand the types of things that matter to them in the industry, and then generate content at a fraction of a cost for them and make a little bit of money and profit at it. Like, this is a huge opportunity for people to leverage this. And once again, don't sit there and dare me with, oh, I'll just use ChatGPT. I'll talk to you 30 days from now and just be like, how's that going for you? Because you're probably not getting it out. You're trying to pull it out of this long thread. You're like, we have created an efficiency tool here. and it's very affordable at a fraction of a cost to generate a robust content output every single time, where you can make money or you can use it for your own business. And by the way, if you want it done for you, come to us. We'll help do it for you. Okay, like literally take that pain off your house, off your plate. Like you're a busy owner, you're saturated, you don't have time. You just want to find someone you can trust who understands who you are and gets the services that you have and can get the way and make you look like a thought leader through a content generation tool. That's what this does. That's what this does, folks. And I'm not just saying this to say it. I'm someone who's feeling the lived experience, the lived value of this. I have 7 or 8 blogs on my website right now, and I have a copywriter in house. And typically, like from a billable standpoint, I'd be like dishing it out. And now I've like literally put out more blogs than I've ever put out for my company because of WordWolf. That is a true statement. So I just want to I know I'm getting on a little high horse here up on my soapbox. Should I get up on it? No, but this is the truth. Like, I don't think the problem with WordWolf right now is nobody knows it exists. That's why we're doing these live streams. That's why we're putting content out. We are a small but mighty team who's built something that is truly exceptional. And we want people to get in and create the account. If you're watching this live, please create an account, get your 2 free generations, and then give us the middle finger. Because we just need something here. Like, we need more users. We want more feedback. But take advantage. Come in. You try it out. I'm telling you, I get tickled every time I hit generate, and then I see this beautiful blog. I go in and make a few edits, and then I say, oh, I love it. It's great. Publish. Refresh inside of my WordPress site. Boom, there it is. Look at my Yoast data. I'm like, oh, cool. Focus keyword, title, meta description. I'm like, let me add an image in. Publish. And then I'm like, let me go over to my scheduler. I'm like, social post for Tuesday, social post for Thursday. Bam! Like, now I'm promoting it. I'm like, let me do it across the board. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google Business Profile. By the way, don't forget about Google Business Profile. You're probably sitting there doing nothing in your Google Business Profile. That is 49% search visibility, folks. 49%. More than even your website. Just turning that channel on alone and outputting regularly with a blog, pointing to a blog post, your local search visibility will start to rise because it dominates from a relevancy, proximity standpoint. And if you're putting content out there, all of a sudden in your local market, you're visible for the first time because guess what? Go and honestly look at all your competitors and be like, are they doing that? You'd be like, nope, they're not. But guess what? You are, because you're generating content at scale with WordWolf. So there we go. Hey guys, I got to go and put some holes in my lasagna for my kids over here. So I'm going to turn off my camera and I'll be right back, but the floor is yours. Carry on.
Alrighty. Well, then I guess it's time to get back into another generation.
Sounds great.
Alright, let's get a little crazy this time. Viewers, who's our favorite music artist? Let's go for the music industry. Let's do something fun. Let's get our target audience. Music listeners, musicians, audio files. We want to be friendly about this, and we want a beginner reading level. We've got to make this simple for all the music people. Let's just have it suggest the topic. Let's see what we got in the music section. Gen Z reshaping discovery algorithms.
I actually kind of like that one.
Okay, let's see how my generation can reshape music.
Wait. What was that top? What was that? Is that a new feature, guys?
It is a new feature.
Which one?
The one that you just showed about the topic suggestions?
Oh yeah. It's one of our newest features that as of I'm pretty sure this week really.
That's phenomenal. Yeah. What I really want to say really quick before you get into this, please try the product and give us feedback, and just know that the creators of this product, folks like myself, Austin and stuff, I've over a decade experience within marketing, and I'm very, very locked in to AI right now and what's going on, understand that we're evolving this product every single week to win with large language models like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, etc. We're like from prompt analysis understanding to trying to bake that into the content generation so that what you're generating is actually being considered of the questions being asked in ChatGPT, because more and more business owners are coming to me, and people are like all the time going like, how do I get found? How do I get sourced? Well, it's a content and scale thing. That's what you have control over. You have control over your website, and you can get this stuff out. So understand that we're iterating every week to have and we have the capabilities to evolve this forward to continue to win for you. And then we need your feedback. So we want more. I want to get off this live today, and I want to see a couple more accounts in there. And once again, I want you to come and say you guys suck. Because, like, just be honest. If you think it sucks, it sucks. But, like, and then I want you to stop. And after you do all that, I want you to go to the mirror and be like, without this type of a tool, without this type of efficiency and speed of getting content out at scale like this, am I truly doing anything? And if I am, what am I paying to have it out, to get it out? Who am I paying? How much am I paying? And if I was to go with a little fractional cost to a subscription-based service like this, how much faster could I move? And how much quicker could I get things into the market? Sorry to get on my horse again, but there you go.
No worries.
I'm a little passionate about this, just a little, because it's amazing. Like the amount of blogs I'm getting out. I'm watching. Let me just talk about something funny here. I'm gonna go ahead and like this is great for of course we're gonna put this out in some content. But like I got Austin over here, a programmer, a custom coder. I'm gonna be straight up. I don't really like custom coders because they're normally egomaniacs or control freaks, and all they do is just want to put out their like lock people into custom, and they just and I'm like, but then I got a guy over here who created a product with me, and he's running laps around me in regards to blog output. I'm like, come on, but like I make that in a funny way because I'm just being comical, but it's the truth though. Like I'm looking over at this guy who's a programmer, has zero marketing chops, he was running circles around me because he was just like, I'm generating like a mofo right now, I'm gonna get it out. And like I'm over here going like, oh man, I'm so saturated, and like, so just know that like if a custom coder who I love, and he's a dear friend to me now, but like but like if he can do it, you can do it. That's my point.
100%. I mean, I wasn't going to catch you otherwise unless I was going every single day, Eric, every day of the week.
I was getting annoyed. I'm like watching you like, oh shit, he did another LinkedIn post. Oh, he's put out another. I'm like, and I'm sitting here like, oh man, I gotta get to it, you know. And that's why like this whole like done for you and the sub account type stuff came into existence. It's like people want this sometimes done for them too. They don't want to get in and make the decisions. They want to just. So if you want to be that person for someone to generate this stuff, you can make some good money at this. So that's my point. Man, I feel empty without the music. I ain't gonna lie.
It's in timeout right now because it can't get itself straightened out.
I don't care. I'm doing the music generation. I'm dancing for.
Hey, when you want to do it, I'll turn the music on. All right. Oh, wait, here we go. Let's see.
Powered by Riverside.
And of course, it's a long generation too.
Okay.
Oh man! All right, dude. Wait, I think we just created a new segment here. Every time it's generating, we should just like bring in some music to the.
There you go. I actually like that.
So, why algorithm-resistant listeners are reshaping the future of music discovery? This is a whole, sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath here. A whole 6-piece blog article with your 2 social outputs. There's a video script if you wanted to go here and act this whole thing out. You've got a newsletter to send it out to your MailChimp or Kit integrations. And there's a fact that you can fill out here and put on your website as well. But you can see that this really does try to go in here. It is actually arguing that why Gen Z is different about listening to music. Word of mouth recommendations are becoming more powerful than ever. Yes, I'd agree with that in my generation with music listeners. I think the real meat and potatoes of this thing is that it actually does give you valuable content. It's actually arguing my point for me here, and I would put this on my own blog. Not
start
only
publishing.
that, yeah, publish to WordPress right here. This little button that'll actually publish to Eric's website. And let's say I don't have access to my whole website or my own website. Just take this zip, email it to whoever does, and let them take care of it. But yeah, that was my little bit. I'll hand it off now. I'm out of breath.
Oh, good. I can pick it up. Let me show you. Let me go over into an actual live environment. So I'm going to show you the back end of In Your Hand Media, and I'm going to show you some of the published sites. And this is just through the lens if you're using WordPress and you're kind of curious as to, you know, are these guys just bull crapping us, or is this true? So you can see these are all the published blogs that I have out on my site. I'm up to 8 now. I have 8 published blogs that I've done with the WordWolf product. You can look over here. We have our SEO score and our readability score. You're not always going to hit green, and this is not the paid version of Yoast, so there's always going to have some reasons why you should go to the premium version and up that score. But you can see on average the readability score is pretty awesome. We got one red here, and I think this might be one where I tweaked it too much, and that can happen at times. But overall, the majority are stuck in the green zone, and then I can push the limits if I want to on the actual SEO scores. But out of the box, we're always hitting an orange to a green. And, you know, once again, 0 copywriter involved. You know, I'm at a point where I'm just outputting blogs on the regular. I go in, like what I like to do is I always put an image into my blogs, and I like to add a little splash of my brand color. So you can do those types of things once it hits your actual content management system, aka website. You can add some hyperlinks in if you want. But just the overarching, just the content, the ways that I can have an idea and like, oh, I want to talk about generative engine optimization, and I go into WordWolf and I then start to put those keywords in around that, and I then say my target audience is small businesses, and I, you know, how quick I can move and generate a robust blog with a great readability score. I can do the brand injection. As you can see, In Your Hand Media gets injected straight into the content, and why we're the obvious choice for the end user. It's just phenomenal. Like, and then of course I put a free audit link in, and it also puts the tagging in. It does all the tagging, which is phenomenal as well. And then, you know, just to give you a little like a little bit of like further clarity, I'm going to go into this other screen and just make sure I'm logged in to the correct account before I share my screen with it. But I use the scheduler Metrical, and within Metrical, let's see here if I can. That looks like, of course, Metrical is going to have problems loading right now. I think that happens sometimes on login. But I want to show you what I actually do. I just actually put this blog out here relatively, I think it was like yesterday or the day before. Here we go. Finally, Metrical decides to wake up. So Metrical is what I use for scheduling. And then in that, I could just show you what I did yesterday. So I'll show you I'm not bullcrapping you. But so literally, I have the actual social output. Oh, that's sorry. This is my content writer. This one's mine here. There you go. But I have the actual social post. I do it to Facebook. I then, of course, I put an image into my actual social share. So then it automatically pulls that in. I have a clickable link. I have the hashtags. Um, and so I put the blog post out, and then I go in and I actually publish to Facebook, to Instagram. I go and I do an X version. Come on, Metrical. I didn't ask you to do anything other than just check the post. Sorry, it's having a little bit of stuff. But as you can see, I do X, I do Instagram, I do LinkedIn, and then of course I was talking about Google Business Profile. Google Business Profile connects straight to Metrical as well. So once again, like from a local search visibility, if you look it up, some of the stats around 49%. That includes reviews as well as your listing itself. I'm able to now add a piece of content out into my Google Business Profile that points back to my actual blog post, right? So I'm doing this overarching promotion that goes and promotes these blogs that I'm putting out. So that's what WordWolf, that's what it is. It's a content generation platform. It gives you a robust output that you can then kind of go and promote the various things. So these are a lot of the historical campaigns that I've done. We're working with a few of our internal companies. We have a contractor in Kansas City we're running some stuff for. But anything you think of, you can kind of go. What most digital marketing agencies fail. Why most digital marketing agencies fail their clients within the first 6 months. So we can have like an interesting piece on that then speaks to what that is. And then we can, once again, don't forget about, if you don't like what it says, you can come in, you can type and change what it's saying. You can do an AI refinement. See, if you hover, it has AI refinement, which is really cool. And then once you're happy with that, you just literally save it, and then you can publish it straight to WordPress. Just to show you the ways in which that works. I'll go back to this here, and let me just pull this over into there so I can show you tab. But watch this, like this is my back end right here. Here's the post that we have. So right here, you can see published 4/28. Today's the 29th. Let's just say I wanted to push this out again. I just go, or it looks like I never did. So I just go publish to WordPress, come back over here, do a hard refresh. And there we go. Most digital marketing agencies fail their clients within the first 6 months. Click edit. There's the whole entire blog post ready to go. There's all the Yoast data fully populated. If I want to see what it looks like, I can this is in draft mode. I can take a look. As I told you, I come in and I put my color touches in there, maybe a few hyperlinks. I mean, it's that quick, guys. It's super quick. This feedback tool came into existence because I was, as a user, I was like, what if I don't like when it quotes a weird statistic and I don't want that anymore? This gives me the ability to say, don't do quotes of
doo-doo.
Yeah, doo-doo. Don't do stats that have numbers without a source, or you can literally start to steer your outputs, and I can do that. I can say feedback submitted. That feedback lives under the account details, I believe. Is that right? Yes. And then right here, I can see all of my feedback to the outputs from a global standpoint, so I can steer the ship of future content outputs. Super huge optimization that we've put forth inside of here. So that way, if you're not liking what you're seeing, this gives you the ability to context engineer your outputs. So it's a really awesome feature. And then, of course, you can add all your services in. That also tells the output, don't talk about reputation management, which we don't want to really do it in your hand media. You don't put, these are the services that I want you to talk about when I'm generating content. So it gives you the ability to context engineer your content outputs. So really, really awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I think I'm gonna go ahead and check on my lasagna. But yeah, that's kind of what I have. I figured I'd give you a real, like, if you have a WordPress site, this is how quick it goes to your site. This is how you steer the ship with the content outputs. Just give you a little bit of like proof in the pudding that like I'm moving faster than ever with outputs. I'm about to have my 9th blog. Don't forget, you can track these things in Google Analytics and in Google Search Console and really see the ascension of the expansion of your digital footprint. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. SEO traditionally can take 4 to 6 months to start to really get some traction with visibility. So it's a content at scale game. You want to get things out on the regular. There's my son Milo. Milo's a future streamer and Hall of Famer. Do you want to say hi to the people on the live stream, buddy?
Hi, and yeah, did they know that the lasagna is done?
So the lasagna is done, everyone. I wanted to let everyone know that the lasagna. Thank you, Milo, for that. But yeah, I'll let you two take it from here. We're getting close to ending the live. We started at about 5:15. We like to go about an hour. But if there's any closing thoughts, I'm going to give the screen back to you guys. And I'm going to go check on my lasagna.
Sounds great.
Good.
Well, I just kind of wanted to quickly have probably a quick closing note, because I think we're, like Eric said, probably about closing out the stream here pretty soon, but just kind of wanted to reiterate back to you guys that you can go out and make money off WordWolf yourself by offering services, like you said, through the gig economy. You can have, if you are an agency, you can start adding additional little services to give yourself a little extra income using WordWolf. We work with agencies to give them a large number of generational outputs that is larger than our typical limits to work with you guys. We're just working really hard to make sure that we can build the best product moving forward. We will integrate pretty much any service to really make things work. We're adding more integrations every single week. Our latest has been Kit for newsletters, so now you have either MailChimp or Kit, depending on which you use. But yeah, just wanted to kind of reiterate that point. And do you got anything else you want to say, Carter?
And ending points, guys, the only thing I want to leave off is we are starting to lead into AI agents. And if you guys would like to contact us to start talking about how you'd like to lead your AI agent rollout, please email us or contact us. At lunacelabs.com, we have our email and everything you need to contact us. You can also email us at info@lunacelabs.com. We're starting to lead out Claude and OpenClaw rollouts. We're leading in Claude right now because it's easier for teams to work together, but we are starting to engineer your company's brain and how your company thinks for you, so then you can have an AI agent that would say, go manage your CRM, go manage your content output, go read what your expenses are and how we can shorten that, maybe how we can get you leads. If you guys would be interested in that, feel free to email us at info@lunacelabs.com.
And I mean, guys, it's just a conversation, right? That's all it needs to be at the start. There's no cost on consultation to start, and then we'll kind of move forward from there. So
Feel free to email us. We'll get you in a Zoom call. Sorry.
Heck yeah. And no worries. I just kind of want to throw it to Eric for his closing thoughts as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for bringing that up, Carter and Austin. Once again, we're working diligently rolling out agents for multiple entities right now. We're getting so far into the Claude setup. Of course, Claude is what a lot of companies are preferring right now, just due to the fact that it's a safer environment for your company. You might be someone who's in the financial sector or something like, oh, I could never do something like that. Well, heads up, we're doing it for a law firm currently that does assets under management. We have a clear solution for ways in which you can actually roll out things like a Claude's Teams plan. You can create a repository of all your historical content and then install a company brain that is like putting on a pair of glasses that your AI agent then understands contextually what your company is, who it serves, who are the team players in that, and then from there, with that combined with the repository of your lived, your files and stuff that are in that repository, you now have this incredible AI agent that you can 10x each individual employee at your company. I mean, it's truly, it's. I'm personally, along with these guys, we're having so much fun because as the different generations of companies start to understand and get, they eat the elephant piece by piece, meaning like they start to see what the difference is between, a Claude chat versus Claude Cowork versus Claude Code, and how that they could share stuff only in chat but not over in Cowork, and how they can kind of automate something using Claude Cowork or their Claude Chrome extension, and then they can create a skill out of it to share with their team. Like you can see their minds are starting, they're understanding that wow, AI can be scary, but boy, can it bring a ton of productivity gains to your organization. And we are a team that, that we go deep, we love it, we work very hard, and we're really starting to systemize and understand these ecosystems at the highest levels. And to Austin's point, a discovery call with us three just to talk through what's going on with your own company, your products, your services, how we could maybe help you to get into the game if you know no one that's helping you to do this. We would love to just have that conversation and maybe be your partners in this because, yeah, I mean, here we are, folks, and there's only so many hours in the day, and it'd be super impactful to meet with a team that's like way ahead in the game right now, and that can help you to get AI into your company. So that's my closing thoughts. My closing thoughts, and don't forget about WordWolf.ai at a minimum. Like, please go and create an account, get your 2 free generations. We would be so grateful for some feedback. If you do give us feedback and you engage with us, we might give you a couple extra generations. We'll see. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't mean to overspeak there, but I think if we got anyone that's trying to help us, we're going to help you. So
100%.
Yeah. So with that, that's my closing thoughts. Anything else, guys? Are we good to close down this live?
Thank you
All
guys
good.
and have a good night.
All right, guys. Have a great one, everyone. See you.